And to have a good, healthy, earthly experience, one should want to heal. One should want to have peace of mind. You know, as I mentioned, peace of mind, I didn't know what that was for a while. Like, I didn't know what it was to have a calm mind where I wouldn't have intrusive thoughts. Or when I did get intrusive thoughts, I'm able to identify them and not be able to claim them as my own. Because I've also learned that we are not our thoughts, right? And because we are spiritual beings having an earthly experience and we're all connected, as we ascend, we're able to um, hear others people's thoughts depending on our spiritual gifts, right? So when it comes to my thoughts, when it comes to peace of mind, it's amazing to me how calm my mind is today, how I don't dwell on events of the past or even now, where I am content with what I have. I am grateful for my being. I am grateful for the experiences that I have. And although I didn't like them at all, right? Most of them I didn't like. And sometimes I'm like, why Most High? Why did I choose this route? And then I understand. Because once you awaken, right, you're able to see your soul contract and you understand like why you chose this route and what was the purpose of your suffering. And then when we see it like that, when we get to the point, we give meaning to it. It has meaning, it has purpose, it has value. It's for the betterment of humanity. And then we say, okay, I understand. It had to be this way. This had to happen. All of these things that happened prior led to this moment here. And had these things not happened, had I not met this person, then I would not be the person that I am today. And so for that, I am grateful. Yes, I had to heal. Yes, it hurt me. Yes, I was in pain. Yes, I was destroyed. Yes, there was a lot of betrayals, but guess what? It brought me closer to the Most High God. And for that, I am extremely grateful. So I wouldn't change none of it because it led me to one, finding myself, knowing who I am, where I come from, and why I'm here. I even wrote a book at the beginning of all of this. I was like, the title of the book is "Who Am I? Where Did I Come From?" Because it was unknown to me because my karmic family kept my identity hidden from me all of my life, right? And I didn't know. And so as I healed, and my spiritual gifts were awakened, then more was revealed to me. More was revealed to me. More was revealed to me. And I understood. And then I went ahead and I wrote another book called My Life as a Secret Agent of the Most High God. As I'm healing, right? Because I'm being led, like, you need to write a book. Like, I'm like, the first book you wrote the book, and then you got to write another book. And then my role is to write. One of my spiritual gifts is writing. So I have many spiritual gifts though, but one of them is writing, and that's a form of my healing. The reason being that writing is very therapeutic. And so based on the traumas that I've endured and the suffering that I've done, that I've experienced, and how things are just coming up now, and I'm supposed to be coming up here and talking about it and talking about healing while I'm healing myself, right? And then more things are revealed. So it's like, you have to heal, honey. You have no option. Right. So that's what I do. And so I write books. So that book is called, the last book is called My Life as a Secret Agent of the Most High God. And it speaks about, well, there's going to be a part two for that one, but that first part speaks about how, I'm targeted by this secret society. A fake lover was sent in. People in my life were handlers, and my life was monitored, and my energy was siphoned, and the humiliation rituals. and the gaslighting, the narcissist, and all that good stuff, all of that, right? And then how I went ahead, and as that's happening, I'm like, okay, well, this is what I've developed. I've developed a plan, a curriculum on how to forgive anybody based on what spirits are operating through them, and this is what we do, and we don't pass judgment because of the spirit. So I have that covered, right? So as more things are revealed, where I'm like, God, why don't we just remove these people? What are we waiting for? And then I'm reminded, like, honey, remember, like, you won't be able to ascend nowhere if you have hate in your heart. So if you're wishing bad on these people, that means that there's something in you that you haven't healed. So maybe you need to look at it. So I'm like, okay, time to meditate again, time to heal. Because the more that is revealed, the more that is supposed to trigger me. But because I've healed to a certain level, it wasn't triggering me. It was just making me irritated. Like, why are we still allowing these people to continue to like live? If this is the diabolical stuff that they're doing. And so vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So I have to stay in my place. And so my role is to be a pawn. Like I'm like the bait. Like I signed up to be the bait. And so this is what what's happening now. So I'll get more into that about like my experience with that in another video. Not yet. So, but what I do know that works is that we can heal anything, and that we must. It's not like, oh, maybe you should, maybe, like, like we all have free will. Like we all have free will. And with our free will, we can choose to not heal and be resentful and be remorseful and be envious and hate on other people and create chaos and confusion and all that good stuff. Or we can choose to heal and awaken to who we are and evolve and do something different with our lives for the purpose of having a better experience when we ascend out of this realm, right? So we have free will. And so with me coming up here, it's not to like force anybody to do anything, because that's just not my role. But I can plant seeds. And although I've been guided by like chosen individuals who have gone through the same thing I've gone through, because of my experiences and the things that I've gone through, I truly believe that everybody could benefit from this. Like, and I just feel like if they're doing it to chosen people, like these secret societies target chosen people and they get called by God, then I feel really like bad for the ones that are not chosen, who just go through things like this and they don't wake up in time. Because the only reason why I'm here was because I was able to wake up and remember who I was and choose God in time. Because other chosen beings have also gone through it, but because they weren't awakened to who they were, they had not woken up the spiritual protection that they needed to have in place, and the type of enlightenment that needed to have to be in place. And their essence has been consumed, or they've gone towards doing diabolical things because they couldn't come to the place of forgiveness, to the a place of healing. And so my role is to remind us, remind us all, even myself, that we can all heal, that we can all choose to forgive, that we can all choose to have a good experience here and choose to help ourselves and others by using our free will and choosing to heal. And so if what I'm saying here can help one person, then my role is here. And also, I'm mandated to do this. by my contract. Like I don't have a choice. Like we have free will. So I could do it out of my own free will, or the universe is gonna make me do it. Choose one, Susan. Choose one.